The Giants and Saints are both coming off of wins and covers, but they're also both having some issues that indicate, maybe they might have some problems going forward. They're meeting up in NFL Week 8. The Saints are a 3 or 3.5 point home favorite, and we are going to talk with Troy West from allplayswin.com to get his take on possible betting value for this game. I'm Peter Loshak. You're watching SBR Videos. Troy West, the Saints, got a nice win on the road against the Colts, but they played pretty sloppy. They had some issues with penalties, and I'm not personally completely sold on Drew Brees going forward. And then the Giants got a win and cover over the Cowboys, but they benefited from a ton of second half turnovers, and probably if that game were played 100 times, they'd lose more often than they'd win. But still, both teams coming off of a win and cover. The Saints are a 3 or 3.5 point home favorite. Interesting handicapping situations. Troy West, what do you like here?
Yeah, I truly believe you have a team on the rise right now with the Saints. This is a team that's really improved dramatically defensively. I hate to give Rob Ryan any credit, but this defense really has stepped it up as of late. And offensively, Drew Brees is starting to look like vintage Drew Brees. I don't think he's tailing off. After his injury, he's really stepped up and elevated his game. I think this is a perfect, beautiful spot to take the New Orleans Saints. Like you said, the Giants coming off a really nasty loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Then they come back against the Cowboys and, like you said, really benefited from a special teams play and a pick six. Otherwise, they probably would have lost to a very depleted Cowboys team. I think this team that the New York Giants are very one-dimensional. You've looked at what Odell Beckham's done this year. He hasn't been a whole heck of a lot for this offense. I think Ryan's going to be capable of taking him out of the game and really leaving the Giants with not a whole lot to offer. I think the Saints, at such a low number, at home, big game, coming off a nice momentum win against the Colts. I like the Saints to get it done. I like them big in this one. It's one of my favorite plays so far this year.
All right, interesting to hear. Yeah, that was my initial lean as well. My note here says Saints not a great team, but it feels like they are in a better spot right now than the Giants, and I would lean Saints even at 3.5. So then you are, going forward, kind of a believer in Drew Brees and a buyer on the Saints being led by him.
Yeah, I'm not so sure this is a playoff team by any stretch, but I do think this is a team that's kind of in a good spot to be betting them right now, where their value is low, but the value to actually bet them is high. Vegas is kind of low on them still, but as a bettor, you can see what they've done the last couple of games. They're really starting to improve. So good money right now, I think, with the Saints.
Okay, right now the line, market-wide line is 3 or 3.5. Troy West recommending taking New Orleans -3 over the Giants. Troy, tell us about allplayswin.com for a second.
Hey, thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. Coming off a really nice, successful week, both in the NFL and college football. Guess what, Pete? The NBA starts tonight. Couldn't be more excited. We went 24-10 in the NBA playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I truly believe we're a one-stop shop in all sports in this industry. Come take a look at what we're doing at allplayswin.com.
All right, Troy, looking forward to the NBA with you. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.